Creating Anki cards on mobile has never been easier thanks to Yomitan. Yes, that is the same Yomitan we use on our computers to look up words and create cards instantly, and now it's available on Android devices for free. If you already have Anki installed onto your device, then skip to this timestamp. Otherwise, I'll show you how to install Anki first.
Jouzu.
First thing we want to do is open up the Google Play Store and search for Anki on here. And the one you're looking for in particular is this one, AnkiDroid Flashcards. You do not need to spend any money to get Anki on an Android device. There are some fake Ankis out there that try to trick you into paying money. Don't fall for the scam. So once you install this, you can go ahead and open it up. And the first thing you're going to need to do is log in, so just do that first. You may see a pop-up asking you how you want to sync your cards. Basically, you want to download the deck from Anki Web. So we'll choose Anki Web here, and we'll overwrite it. This will allow you to synchronize the data from your computer onto your phone so you can see the exact same card counts. If it's your first time doing this, Anki might take a while to synchronize everything, so I recommend just leaving your phone alone for a while. Okay, now let's get Yomitan installed. So first things first, we're going to need to find Firefox on the Google Play Store and just install it. Once we're in Firefox, the first thing we want to look for on the search bar is just search for Yomitan Firefox. We're going to click on the first result, and it's this one right here. We can just press Add to Firefox. Just in case you can't find it, I'm going to link it in the description as well. Once it's done installing, you're going to see this little pop-up here. I personally like to check this box to allow it to run in incognito mode, and we can just go ahead and press Add. Now it's done, we can press OK. And here, very important, we want to press Agree to Data Transmission because this will allow you to hear how a word is pronounced when you press the audio button. So let's press Agree, and we basically have Yomitan downloaded. But Yomitan by itself doesn't come with any dictionaries, and it also doesn't connect to Anki. So how do we solve this? First, let's download the dictionaries. In the description, I'll provide a link to all of these different dictionaries over here. The most essential one for most learners is the first one, JM Dict English, Kanji and Pitch Accents, Anime to Dorama no Hindo Listo, the JLPT one, and also Yoga Nihongo Accento Jiten. These are just the ones that I prefer the most. If you're more experienced, you may want to consider the Japanese dictionaries like Shinmeikai Kokugo Jiten, Kojirin, or Super Daijirin down here. Once you've selected these, press the three dots on the top, and you can press the download button over here. While that's downloading, let's connect our Yomitan to Anki. In the description, you will find a GitHub link that brings you to Ankiconnect Android. And on this website, you want to scroll down and look for ankiconnect.apk. And once that's downloaded, just go ahead and open this up. Press open over here. And it's going to ask you whether you want to install Ankiconnect Android. You want to install that. And we can now open this up as well. Now it's going to ask you to give access to all these different things. This just basically gives it permission to create the Anki card. So of course we're going to give it permission. And so now in order to connect Yomitan to Anki, all we need to do is press start service, allow, and that's it. Yomitan is now connected to Anki. Now there is an important note here specifically if you are using Chinese phones. Not every device is the same, so if you encounter problems later on like this thing flickering on and off, or you can't write into this field for whatever reason, for me what I had to do is open up my settings, go into battery, and then here set my battery mode to performance mode, and scroll down a bit till I find my apps, find Ankiconnect Android, and then set this to unlimited or unrestricted. By default, it was on battery saver, and that's what caused me problems. I suggest you go to this website called Don't Kill My App and just scroll down till you find your device. Hopefully you can find a solution there. Okay, by now your dictionaries should be done downloading, so let's get them installed into Yomitan. Let's head back into Firefox and we should be on the Yomitan settings. First thing we want to do here is where it says import dictionaries. We want to make sure our language is correct, so Japanese, yes. And we're going to do configure installed and enable dictionaries, and we're going to import. And just click here. And let's navigate to our downloads folder. And here are the dictionaries that I just downloaded. So we can long press one of the dictionaries, which will allow us to click more than one, and we'll just select all 5 of these. And on the top, we'll just press choose. And that's going to go through the steps and import every single dictionary. You can just click off of this area and it'll continue installing in the background. So let's just do that for now. And let's continue scrolling down until we see more customization options are available on the settings page. Like that. From here, let's continue scrolling down, and we're looking for the section that says Anki. So over here, let's turn on Enable Anki Integration, and it should say Connected as long as your Ankiconnect is on. Scroll down a bit until we can find Configure Anki Flashcards, tap on this, and from here is where we're going to differ a little bit. I currently use the Jouzu V2 card type, which I'm developing for the new beginner deck. If you want early access to this card type so you can follow my steps one to one, then please support me on Patreon where you'll be able to get this card type early. When the deck is finished, I will be releasing both the deck and the card type for free. If you don't have it, don't worry, I'll explain every step so you can adapt it to your own card type. First things here is deck. We want to choose the deck that we want to mine into, so for me it's the Nihongo deck right there. For the model, we're going to be choosing the Jouzu Japanese Vocab V2. And it's going to autofill a lot of stuff here. Most of this is right. We just want to tweak it a little bit. So expression should be expression. That's where the target word goes. And for meaning, we want to hit this little drop down on the side and choose glossary plain. Next, in the reading field, we're going to want to type some stuff in. We want to do these little brackets here, and in the middle, type in BR. Then open up some squiggly brackets and type in pitch dash accent dash graphs. That's graphs with an S. This will give us the kana for the word as well as the pitch accent graphs. Underneath that is pitch number. We want to hit the little drop down and choose pitch accent positions. This is what will allow the card to be automatically color coded based on the pitch accent. Next, audio should just be audio. That's the word audio. Sentence is just sentence. That's the example sentence. Sentence audio we leave blank because Yomitan can't create sentence audio. Sentence furigana, we want this to be sentence furigana plain. So hit the little drop down and find that. This will make it so that the furigana shows up correctly when you hover or tap over a word in the sentence. And everything else from here we can leave blank. Optionally, in the images field, you can choose screenshot. However, when I did that, I ran into some problems, and besides, I like putting my own images in anyway. After you fill everything in on the expression side, make sure you do the same for the reading side as well. By now, the dictionaries that we were importing earlier should have finished importing, so let's check up on those. Scroll back up to the top and find dictionaries, and we'll press configure install and enable dictionaries. Usually what we want is this JM Dict English, that should be on the top. That's going to be the English definition. If you're using Japanese definitions and you want the Japanese definition on the top, put the Japanese dictionary on the top. Everything after JM Dict, like all this stuff, doesn't really matter, so we can just press close. Congratulations, you're basically done setting up, so let's test if everything works. Let's open up a new tab and just go into Wikipedia, for example. Okay, so now what we can do is we can just tap on a word like this, and it's going to show up the definition and all the stuff we expect from Yomitan. And to send this card to Anki, we just press this big green circle over here. Now let's jump over to Anki, and let's hit the hamburger menu and go to the card browser, and let's try to look for that word just to see how it looks. Right, there it is. We can tap on this and make sure everything has imported correctly. And right here in the meaning field, these are the definitions. You can use these as is without changing anything, but I personally like to clean things up. So here's the English definition, and if you got a Japanese dictionary, there it is too. What I like to do is select the meaning I want, then hit copy, then select everything else, delete, then long press and paste. This makes it so that the definition is immediately obvious. Now let's scroll down and look for the image field. In order to add an image, press the paperclip icon, then choose any image. I recommend going on Google to search for any image that fits, then just take a screenshot so you can find it easier. On the top, we can crop this a little bit as well, so we just want to get that maybe. Okay, and upload. And that will just put the image there. Let's scroll back up a little bit and you'll find that sentence audio and sentence English are blank. To get the sentence audio, first copy the sentence, then go to your browser, and this can be any browser, and go to this site called Gavo. This is the site we use to generate pitch-accurate audio. It'll be linked in the description, or you can search Gavo Suzuki-kun on Google. Once we're here, just paste your sentence into this top field, press the Jikko button, and that will generate a pitch graph below. Now press Sakusei to generate the audio, Saisei will play the audio back, and Hozon will download it. Once downloaded, we can go back into Anki, and in the sentence audio field, hit the paperclip icon, choose add audio file, choose the file we just downloaded, press OK, and there it is. For the sentence English field, all we need to do is paste the sentence into DeepL or Google Translate, then paste the translated sentence back. Obviously, if you want to translate it yourself, that's up to you. And finally, to preview the card, we just press this eyeball icon on the top, so we press this. Okay, so we can see this is what it looks like on one side, and this is what it looks like on the other side. We can also verify that the listening card works like this, and we check on this side, and everything is working. Let's check if everything is synced up to the computer as well. On AnkiDroid, either drag down like this, or tap the sync button on the top to synchronize. Once that's done, go to Anki on your computer and press sync as well. Here, we can open up the browser and look for the card, preview it, and voila. Listen, all the software in the world will not help your Japanese get better if you're not consistent with your reviews. So watch this video next to make sure you're fully in control of your own studies. Cheers.